Hello and welcome, Cosmic Quantum Travelers. I hope you're doing good. I forgot I put on some lip balm before my lips got dry, as there's a lot of solar energy about. So we had a 3.33, just as we were having or finishing our group call in the membership container. Thank you so much for everybody who took part, as always, and who's taken part in tomorrow's activation, as we're fully igniting the Starborn Reborn, as we're exploding all over the field in a really good way. So nothing to be afraid of, but your own imagination. And that's been fully reset. When I talk about there is no free will, the only real sense of free will is what we're accessing now, where you become your own individualized God sovereign free being, as well as you're at one with the Godhead. The same as we are at one with everyone. So that means like, yeah, you have free will because you have regained all of your consciousness, accountability, responsibility over your mental, emotional body, and or rather from the spiritual, mental, emotional body, which then informs the physical on how to literally manifest itself, including our realities. That's us becoming the masters of the dream field. The energies are super strong. I'm recording this just before the solstice, happy solstice, goes fully direct. So we're having a call for the 22nd, as I've been shown, as the energies will continue to rise, and we're going to deep dive into the field. So what I see for our activation on the 22nd, aka today, is us fully activating the multidimensional divine organic creatrix field, our diamond avatar self, the starborn, and we're going to do this in the activation, supported by light language, through what I'm being shown is returning to the cosmic mother's womb and rebirthing all of creation. Because this is the cosmic mother fully returned, rebirthing the divine masculine, the cosmic father principle fully returned, Ansunakiate, the cosmic father of dragons, fully realized, fully manifest in the physical. So those who want to take part tomorrow, today, in the 22nd activation, in lifting us all the way off our full and final ascent out of these false realities, because as the false distorted polarities are fully being neutralized within the 0-point field of true divine love, neutrality, oneness, the singularity, all the fallen realities fully collapse, because the consciousness is fully being like reset, re-encrypted to cosmic God source consciousness, the oneness, which where literally everything is gonna conspire for you, align for you, as you're fully aligned with the oneness and no longer perceive anything as a threat. Nothing is a threat anymore, because you have resolved it from deep, deep, deep within the one consciousness. So it's not just about telling yourself there is no threat. It's about understanding what's going on from all different multidimensional perspectives. So multidimensional integration, multidimensional living, what that really means, how we can do this, and it's a continuation of the work we have done so far, is a big part of that call, as well as the activation of us fully rebirthing this as the cosmic mother, all as one. There was a huge, again, we had a 4.2 early on in the morning and a 3.33 just as we stopped, kind of finished the group call today. The 333, a big activation of the cosmic Christ consciousness, the Holy Trinity, the Trinity principle, the Trinity wave, the tri-wave, fully taking over, overwriting all of these reversals, distortions, which is what the message was from my last video, the full overwriting of the Vesica Pisces, distorted polarity, bi-wave, bipolar energies in the field fully. So the polarities within the consciousness that were distorted upon themselves, which led to a distorted perception of reality, aka consciousness. It's all the same, because we don't see things quite the right way around. So the pole and magnetic field shift and flip is all about shifting, totally quantum leaping the consciousness into us all being on one baseline frequency bandwidth, which is all dimensional realities, dimensions, timelines fully merged as one through our own multidimensional integration. Usashana teake, te tukuru, tukuru, tukuru. Sunotanena teate, yana shukuru. This is fully dissolving all remaining illusions of separation. The return to oneness, the singularity, is the disclosure, is us returning to the unity field, is us returning to real reality, is us returning to our rainbow plasma light body, the supermagnetism of the mother, the magnetic pole shift, field shift, back to the Christic Yan-Yun flow of eternal life. But this is very much based on us realigning, balancing. It's all about balance, balancing our fields, harmonizing them, healing them, re-encrypting them, rehabilitating, and returning them to their true original state, which happens through the consciousness, which is your spiritual body informing the mental emotional bodies, which is informing your etheric and physical bodies, not the other way around. Remember how this truly works. So as we shift 180 degrees the way we perceive reality, reality shifts and flips as well. Sukarate. So we're going to do this. The details are below if you want to join us for the activation to sign up. Again, with the free code I've been shown since September to fully anchor in these Ascended Master Rishi levels, our avatar self. It's also connected to the cosmic map, coming fully online, the cosmic monad, fully reuniting as one, the singularity, healing all. The details are below in the description box. And I wanted to say for anyone who's ever been signed up to any of my calls, and I can't make the payment, but would like to take part, my present to you for this Christmas, the Christmas, and us completing all of this is just send me an email. The details are below at the bottom of the description box. Just send me an email and I'll just send you the details, okay, for the call. So I don't want anyone to be, because I know Christmases can be obviously straining and draining on our financial pockets. And again, it's like literally nothing to be worried about. A big thing that's also going to come in is us activating, fully reclaiming, bringing online our spiritual jewels, the gems we hold inside, the diamonds, the paradox, the aquamarine, the diamonds, the rubies, the emeralds. And a big part is the Emerald Crystal Diamond Rosette Network. And I was looking up something about the Cosmic Father Principles early on, and about spiritual jewels. And I came across a post about the Aryans. It's basically, I'm going to leave a couple of links below from Ascension Glossary. As always, take what resonates, leave the rest. One is about Saint John of God, which was really the last Cosmic Father Principle manifested on Earth, and ever since then it's really been missing. And we've been talking about this today, like the true divine masculine principle having been missing, and the feminine having held kind of the cosmic stage blueprint in the physical, but they've never been really truly apart. And it's like, it's not the feminine waiting for the masculine to come in as the shining knight in armor, so to say, but her rising him, rebirthing him from inside of her, because again, the feminine principle is what is rebirthing the masculine. So you're not waiting for something outside to come and save you, so to say. But you're, again, the true divine masculine embodied within you, especially within a feminine, would be like you have your boundaries, your discernment in check, again, healthy, not barbed wires. And you're protecting your own feminine energy of give and receive, like a big thing. I mean, this whole polarity dissolution, or rather alchemization, is all about, the main polarities that have played out is service to self, service to others. And it's not neither one or the other. That's the solution, okay? It's service to all. But, in every now moment when you need to put yourself first, someone else first, sometimes you just need to be kind of selfish and say no to people or to have your own time. And then sometimes you overextend yourself, to help people, assist them, where it's like you're guided to, okay? So this is all about the overgivers. We cannot blame the overtakers for overtaking if we keep overgiving, okay? So this has been a big shift in the field. especially within feminines who've been taught to overgive, and the masculines have been taught to overtake. And it's also very much connected to the codependent narcissistic templates that exist on those both ends of the scale. But you need to understand any kind of narcissistic, and we all have these traits, okay? Personalities that like take a lot and need that kind of outside gratification, appraisal, attention to feel good about themselves, and need that energy from outside to, again, maintain the stability of well-being, sense of self, this kind of sliver thin, you know, positivity of everything is great here, where actually deep down it's not, okay? It's like, it's just, if you really understand in the old realities, you had to play the game in order to like receive or be part of some kind of equilibrium or happiness, even if it was fake, you know what I mean? It's like there's nothing wrong with gratification, appraisal, because what we're really going for, isn't it? If we want to be really true to ourselves, we want a recognition, so that's appraisal, outside awards, rewards. We want, you know, people to like, yay, thank you so much, or, you know, to like, instead of like fighting us and hating us, to literally get what we actually been doing all along, on behalf of all, and actually be grateful and really see the truth. The same as, you know, Nisar, Getsar, however you want to call this, ultimately it's abundance, doing whatever we want to do. So, you know, this is all the stuff, all of this material thing we often judge within those who have it. You know, it's like, and again, the thing is also, it's obviously from a natural point of view of, we understand that those who have a lot, too much, you know, so to say, the 1% billionaires, whatever, you know, that greed, again, also is like the opposite part is then, again, the overgivers. The overgivers from an energetic point are like, yeah, I don't need nothing. I need breadcrumbs only. Here you go. I just do everything for you. And here, you know, healing, fixing, giving, okay? And then we wonder why nothing comes back. Like healers, or, you know, especially in the spiritual arena, it's like you give, and I've done this for many years. And it also helps you to, you know, fine-tune your craft, so to say. Until you feel really confident to really charge for things. But on the other hand, it's also as if you're not opening up to receiving, because it's false programming. This is about marrying service to self, service to others. So if you keep overgiving, it's an imbalance in the field that you create. So of course, there will be people who are overtaking until you say, stop, no more. Or you just know when to give, when not to give, how to give, and all of that. Yeah, and we've spoken about this over the year. So anyway, right now there's a big shift in the field, especially from the feminine, stop overgiving. Like all of that was necessary, all of the healing, all of that stuff, okay, to bring us back to equilibrium. But now it's like, okay, we all got the message. It's like, it doesn't matter how much we tell someone, they've got it in themselves and they should rise and be in their power and how amazing they are. If they don't believe it in themselves and they don't want to, you know, are self-sabotaging and don't, you know, do the things that are being shown from their soul, you can't make them. And the more you push, the more will actually be the opposite reaction of the person don't want to. So as you fully let go in general, that's a full attachment phase right now of your manifestations coming fully in. You do it from people, places, things, where just like wherever is supposed to happen will happen. And I can promise and predict over the next 72 hours, massive, major miracles, breakthroughs for us all. Claim this, claim it now. If you understand that you're creating reality, then it's all about what you truly believe and is going to happen. All the doubts, worries, fears, insecurities, blame, shame, guilt, all of this is fully being dissolved within this field of true divine love. Only oneness remains. This is full healing. There needs to be nothing said anymore, as this whole cosmic emerald and crystal diamond rosette network is coming fully online, where there is no more room for miscommunication, lost in translation. Usunate, because you can speak the same language and still could take a lifetime to explain yourself or what you're actually saying, because words just cause miscommunication. Usunate. As well as we can use them to our own advantage and in the best way possible. Okay, but what we're accessing fully is a fully multidimensional telepathic field, full cosmic reunion contact. But it's happening through your own multidimensional integration. It's not you waiting for the ETs to land. It's you understanding, fully integrating, accessing from deep within your own ET, your own Andromedan, Syrian, Palladian, Venusian, Arcturine, Lyran. So a big theme also what came in today is the 10, 11, 12 stargates, fully reconnected, fully online, the cosmic quantum tree of life, the Katara grid. Again, full overwriting of all distortions, disconnect, seals, membranes within this cosmic egg, within the multidimensional playing field. It's all been fully dissolved as all remaining illusions of separation dissolve, which have caused all of these constructs, realities that are like they're all connected, but they're not aligned. They're not in alignment where they can work at optimum capacity, which is what we then see represented in our realities. So again, we shift all of this from deep within. We're not waiting for the outside to shift us. We are shifting the outside from inside of us, as within, so without, not the other way around. And as above, so below, the spiritual body and form. So this is all about the cosmic womb, fully healed, blueprints, dark matter, Russia body, the eternal cosmic spirit body, fully overwriting any remaining distortions. This is the full mind wipe of the old false fallen realities, memories, so the new can come fully online. And we've seen a preview with our last activation and the X-class flare that followed. That was the biggest since 2017. And as I could tune in, it was very interesting. After my last video, and I could see the sunspot group coming around the corner like a week ago. And then after my last video, I looked back then at, the graphs, and I could see the sunspot group didn't look as big anymore anyway. And then just before I came online, after our call ended early on, I could see basically a warning from NASA about this sunspot group and X flares directed at Earth being very possible over the next 48 hours. So let's light it all the way up. So this is all about the Cosmic Mother's return, her divine blueprints of creation. Oh yeah, so the couple of links I leave below. So what's really very connected to the activation we're going to do today is basically Ireland, as in connection to the Cosmic Mother return, the divine blueprints of creation, what's held in this landmass in the Cosmic Emerald Heart. So I just read out this little paragraph from Ascension Glossary. Again, take what resonates, leave the rest, and I leave the link below, along with the one of Saint John of God, as this is really the true return of the Cosmic Mother Father principles. And the Cosmic Mother Father of dragons, it's the same as the Cosmic Mother and Father, okay? And the dragons, again, they hold the tri-wave, they hold the 0-point field with the polarities unified within the neutrality, all states of consciousness within the oneness, where it's the both ends. And they hold our ancient cosmic history records, aka divine blueprints. It's all the same, the consciousness that returns real true reality, real wisdom, real truth. Because let me just remind you, this is not about being positive or being in a high vibe. The highest frequency you can carry is a set of truth. It's about truth. Whatever anyone understands about, if you've been in a high vibe, that's all you can do, or like, this is what you should aim for, I'm sorry. But really, I understand how the programming out there would tell you that it's about being positive and being nice or whatever. No, it's not. It's about being truthful. So if you find these realities are off, you should feel angry, you should feel whatever. Just don't hang in there. Don't believe it. It's just like, the old is evaporating. If you need to feel anger, if you need to feel anything, it's like, if you keep sitting there and thinking like, everything is great, la, 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 nothing is ever going to change. Like there's a big part to this where you override what you want to see, but only through really fully acknowledging what's actually there. You need to fully acknowledge the shit show, the interference, the fuckery, the oppression, the controllers. Understand how all of this works, up to 12D, all dimensional frequency bandwidths, all perspectives of reality, and unify them all as one. We understand all of this is me, as well as, this is the end of all wars, as this is the end of the masculine and feminine. They have been put against one another to keep them in a state of war, in a state of separation. And again, ultimately, it's a false ego self doing that to itself. And you need to be able to fully integrate all these dimensional viewpoints, perspectives, to get to the real truth, the full truth. And then you get to override it. And then once we've transmuted all of the shitness, and it's literally just cobwebs remaining on the field to be fully dusted off, sta, sta, tina, ti, ti, tufu, afa, ta. Okay? It's thought forms, belief systems. It's literally the repeating message has been, it's just in our mind now, this reality. So you don't get there, but just like pretending it's not there, cognitive dissonance. You see like, wow, this is shit, but what we're going to do about it? All right, I'm going to feel it. I bring it up and out because, yeah, you should say this needs to change. That's the whole thing. If the whole of humanity just sits there, which it usually does, it's like, oh, okay, this is the way it is. I can't do anything about it. Pretending it's not there or whatever, or over-focusing on the negative. Either way, it's not great. It's about taking the negative, alchemizing it into the positive. We take lower negative thought forms and we alchemize them into higher understanding perspectives. That's what shifts reality, not you judging it. So this is the end of all judgments, opinions, because you know what? When you speak truth, I might come across as having very strong opinions and judgments, and I'm coming from ego. If you're looking at me from a programmed, 3D mind perspective, mind control, but I'm just speaking the truth. Once you fully align with truth, there is no more room even for opinions and belief systems and false ego selves to separate us, because we understand how hilarious all of this is. There's room for expansion of consciousness, the perspectives of what we're speaking about, because I could never, it's like when I speak about one thing, it's not just one or the other. You could talk about it and expand upon it and fine tune upon it forever. Like I could fine tune, correct my previous videos again and again and again forever. I could sit here and translate what I'm trying to transmit forever in linear words, and it would still not get through to the people who can hear me but don't understand me, who are not in my own, who are in that frequency bandwidth of really getting what I'm speaking about. Next to linear words being a challenge. So that's why I always say it's about the frequency, what anyone transmits, the truth you can feel. Ultimately, again, it's held deep inside of you, okay? And I don't need to tell you, I'm just here to remind you what it feels like. And this is also all about right now, the true intimate connections that come through communication, through soul to soul, heart to heart connection, okay? This is what we're here to return, no longer trusting the wrong people, opening up to them, believing them, but really knowing our own truth. Once you know your own truth, you know who to connect to. Once you know your own true self, you know others people's true self, and you can see right through that. Because this is where all lies no longer stick. The truth is coming out one way or another. I hope you can see this in the field. I see it everywhere. And, it's just truth, which is love, which is, again, this is not about false positivity. This is not about just painting an ugly picture nice. It's understanding, wow, okay, this is how we got here. It's a mind construct. It's based on our own inverted perceptions of reality. That's where I can shift it from. I'm the master of my own reality dream field, and this is where I'm going to shift it from now and override it, re-encrypt. But you can only do this from a state of neutrality. But again, neutrality doesn't mean that you don't feel nothing. You can feel the anger, the frustration, of whatever, and just you just let it move through you, because we are like cosmic transmuters, okay, of letting all this remaining shit go back to source. You just need to feel it, let it. You don't need to do nothing with it. Don't judge it, don't repress it, don't suppress it, don't try and change it, don't try and solve it. Like if you need to know anything, you will be shown. But it's really just for you to just release energy. It's just karmic residue that needs to leave. Because for us now, it's no more longer trying to super analyze everything and contemplate forever and make it complicated. It's just knowing truth. You just feel it. You're just receiving and then transmitting it back out. So we are the transmitters of the new Cosmic Emerald Crystal Diamond Rosette Network, coming fully online, lighting everything all the way up. The Starborn Reborn. Uska. Sinate na 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 no 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 na este. Kushtaina. Ya kada. Tukuru su tu tu tu. So hearts, minds wide open. They're going to be blown wide open anyway. Whatever needs to happen will happen. So I'm not focused on any specific outcomes besides big ass supernatural miracles and solutions to this misery. Okay. And you're not supposed to be constantly happy here unless you are caught up in false positivity. And again, it's not about not being happy. It's just like you wouldn't be able to constantly maintain it whilst this false reality is still ongoing, unless you are just like going la 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 la. On one level, yeah, it doesn't exist. And this is where you get to dissolve it from understanding it's just a mind construct, a projection of your own imagination. as well as if you feel triggered, you should feel it. Because again, if we're all just sitting here thinking like there's nothing we can do or it's just going to get magically better, no, it's by you feeling frustrated, angry, whatever, that then gets you, like whenever I get this, I then go in to clear and activate the field. You know what I mean? I sort my reality out. I usually go into the spiritual, into the supernatural to override this, clear out the field, ignite the grids, because I know this is what helps us. The same as the activations we're running. It's us running the rainbow rounds, which is what's healing the grids, which is what's activating the light body, ours and that of the planet. So that's how we're doing this work. And that's why this is so important, okay, for ourselves and everyone else, the planet. And this is how we're returning really home, which is what the twin flames, original counterparts, pairs really represent for one another. And again, we all hold parts of the cosmic history records, the true emerald tablets, only through dividing us, conquering us, putting us against one another, could that distort our blueprints, aka the history records, aka our realities, okay? As they take us away from truth and what we know deep within. And again, as you clear this out in your own field and you become your own highest authority of truth in connection to source, you know truth, okay? And this is the key to you accessing your avatar self, no longer giving your power away to thinking people out there have the key. They don't. You are the key. Usuna shatarata. It's all inside of you. There's nothing missing. The jewels, the abundance we've been missing, like, again, these are literally light body components, the jewels. And this is what we're fully activating also with the solstice activation of the starborn. And this is what's activating infinite abundance in our reality. You can't even imagine. We're getting everything back times 10. Ultimately, again, it's infinite abundance. But it comes from an abundance mindset. It doesn't come from us being in poverty consciousness, thinking we are not enough, giving, overgiving. You know what I mean? Scarcity, programming, all of that stuff, which we've been overwriting, healing, clearing through all of our inner work of really loving ourselves all the way up. And it's not about being perfect. It's about being fully aligned with your true self. And it doesn't, again, mean just being positive and great, blah, all of this all the time. No, unless, you know, again, depending on your reality, I'm not saying you should be sad, but I'm saying that it's totally natural to get triggered by this reality because, yeah, don't we want to transcend it? So just, you know, don't tell yourself you shouldn't be feeling whatever because some spiritual programming is telling you you shouldn't be feeling this. You feel whatever you feel. That's your true self. And you don't get stuck in negative emotions. You just work through them. It's the same as when you feel anxiety and go through a huge, you know, I don't know, you know, anxiety phase. Afterwards, you usually feel more peaceful. The same with, and I brought this up many times before, but it keeps coming up. When you feel disempowered, afterwards, you feel more empowered. If you feel really like your heart closed down, then it's opening up. I mean, afterwards, it's this polarity. So you don't get too happy by just focusing on the happy. You get too happy by going into the deep, dark stuff nobody wants to feel, to fully transcend it once and for all. False positivity, pretending it's not there, suppressing it, projecting it onto others. It's not going to get us there. Now, anyway, that's done. Enough of this already, seriously. So never blame source or anyone, anything outside of you ever again, because that's not you owning your power. That's you keep giving it away. Doesn't matter what's happening, okay? It's like getting it for what it is. Yes, it sucks, but then it's like, okay, what can I do with this? So no more victims, no more victimizers. Service to all. That's what gets us there. It's about balance between the masculine and feminine. And this is literally what's coming through right now. I know, again, because the cosmic mother, the feminines have given so much, the true divine masculine is fully, once again, being manifest on a physical plane, stepping all the way up, and they rise together as one in true divine union. Usunata kara, seno shuture, ta ena tarasa. Fully returning true abundance, justice, order, all new organic realities, okay? So it's all about the balance between the polarities, the opposites. So it's not service to self or service to others, it's service to all. And again, if we stop overgiving, it also creates a vacuum in the field, and those who have overtaken just step up. And you need to understand that those who have overtaken that and didn't feel like they have anything to give. You know, the sense of unworthiness or not enoughness is even greater than we have through overgiving, so to say. That's why we have been overgiving, because we feel we have to give and we don't need much to sustain ourselves. But I know, and this is part of the Yin flow of the eternal butterfly pattern, which is returning true eternal life source laws to our systems, to all systems. It's all about give and take, because otherwise you're not in balance. So I know that when people like me are being more supported, and I give so much, I've given for years everything for free, you know, and then you also need to bring in balance, because if we, again, overgive, there's nothing left for us. And I know that I run on empty. And I know that when I'm being supported, the better I feel and the more I can give, the higher quality of energy and frequency and material I can share. So, you know, it helps others to help me. And this is what people just really need to get right now. And I know this is just happening in the field where everything, again, as once we no longer resent them for taking too much, because we are as guilty for giving too much. And as we stop this and no longer take breadcrumbs, the fields adjust itself for good and the balance is returned. And we're all just feeding, giving and taking to one another. And it's just a forever perpetuating feel of infinite abundance, life force, energy, joy. You know what I mean? But when we all come from not having enough, whether we're overgiving or overtaking, it's both basically the same, just from opposite ends. You know, we can't get there. Okay, so I'm going to leave it here because the solstice is on. I'm going to quickly update this. Everything else I'm going to share tomorrow in the call. Okay, details are below. So we're going to go back to the inception point, the cosmic mother's womb, redream the dream, rebirth all of creation. The end of separation is here. Infinite abundance that has been taken from us is being returned. Again, it's been hijacked along with our blueprints. Those royals out there wearing the crowns and all the jewels and having all the money. I mean, this has been returned to us. And it's literally what we felt within our light body. They've hijacked these blueprints, templates, realities, consciousness, truth. And that's why they literally end up in this reality with those gems. Also think of the fates, the fairies, the dragons. They really are the safeguards of treasure, of the jewels, the gold. Okay, infinite abundance. And again, think outside Nisara Gesara. It's beyond money. Infinite abundance. If everything is shared, there's enough for everyone. Again, loads of this is false reality. And again, you know, if we don't overtake, overgive, there's a balanced field. We need to support one another and never let ourselves be divided by outside influences again and taken off our truth, off our path, off our purpose. And another thing about service to self, service to others, you really need to merge the, you know, what you're doing it for. Are you just doing it for others? Are you just doing it for yourself? Like true purpose is lived where both merge and unify as one, where your personal joy is that of all. That's what we're accessing now, which is the polar opposite of what we've experienced so far, where it will be joyful experiences. That's how we're growing. No more need for pain and suffering as we've transcended and let go of all of these karmic storylines and why they even need to be, because they really just need to be in order for us to integrate all of these different aspects within the self as part of our multidimensional integration. And that's done now from within the one cosmic monad, okay? That's what I see. Take what resonates, leave the rest. As always, again, details are below if you want to join the activation. Replay will as always also be available. And this is our ancient future memories, realities, our starborn diamond avatar self coming fully online, igniting all new multidimensional realities already here. The old no longer exists. Remember, Asta, Te Shkutu, Stanate, Kerate, Keratukune, Yastanata. So, get ready to celebrate because the party is on. Fireworks, the grand finale, the supernova of the One Heart Mind event, the cosmic monad, the true divine original pairs, twin flames, counterparts, fully reuniting, the cosmic tribe, the tribes of the one, because there's only one of us here. okay? No longer divided by belief systems, opinions, races, creed, religion, color of our skin, appearance. So just be prepared for the final breakthroughs here. I can tell you exactly how this is going to play out, but it's going to be interesting. All right, so ready for the final liftoff, ascent. It's here now. Call it forth. Claim this. Busca. And bring all of yourself into alignment with that, okay? As you're being shown. Again, it's not about what other people told you, what you should be like, do. It's about you knowing in every now moment what's the right action. As you truly listen, at one with your heart's guidance, your soul, God's source guiding you. That's you in divine union with source. And that's what ascension is about. You literally, that's the only safety you need, which is not a big theme next to home. Coming in right now, feeling fully safe in our body. If you think about insecurities, it's you being not feeling secure in your true self, in your own self. And once we achieve that, and no longer afraid of any attacks, anyone coming at us, nothing. We just know we are the master of the dream field now, of our own imagination, thoughts, belief systems. Again, it's not control, it's mastery. And as you need to fully surrender to source, all of you, literally. False ego self, separate self, just fully dissolve into the oneness, let it all go, and let love turn you into everything, okay? That's the oneness, that's what heals all, that's true disclosure, that's real truth being disclosed through you, and it's beyond words, okay? So tune into the telepathic field, tune into the call if you like to. Thank you so much for all of your service work. Claim your rewards. Everything returning that you've been giving out, you know, what you give to others, you ultimately give to yourself, so claim it back. Or do you believe you don't need it? You're not supposed to. Do you need nothing? So what are you claiming? And it's okay. Once you no longer let these things, outside material, you know, I don't know, status symbols and all of that stuff, make you feel, you know, give you a false sense of worth, you know, and you're like enough as you are, even if you would be, you know, I don't know, left with your backpack out on the streets, nowhere to go to, no money in your pocket, you would still feel free. At one resource, you know, you would always be provided for no matter what. And that's what we have returned to consciously. And from that place, infinite abundance, as we come to our whole, true wholeness, real self, is then being projected out. Okay, remember, everything is a projection. Don't worry about the how, the when neither. It's already here. It's inside of you. That's where you ignite your own treasure, your infinite abundance, your true self, diamond avatar self, organic reality, new earth. Oh yeah, one quick thing before I finish off. So the one thing I wanted to read out from Ascension Glossary was about the Cosmic Mother's return and the land of Ireland and what the activation also tunes into. So, and I leave the link. Thus, the landmass of air, so E-I-R-E, which is the Irish, you know, word for Ireland, and I'm not pronouncing this correctly, was known by the Sumerian Egypt invaders to be the special island designated for the return of the Cosmic Mother and her Edenic blueprint, and that she alone held the purity and beauty of God, which held the immense spiritual power of the Cosmic Holy Spirit to ignite and open the contents of the emerald crystal heart of air. These sacred lands were once at the center of the most developed Atlantean mystery schools headed by compassionate Aryan teachers with generational lineages of ancient Druid wisdom, which was purposed to educate the people that came to air from all over the globe, some seeking initiation into the sacred arts and mysteries of spiritual ascension. Now, I know I'm in a very sacred Druidic area. There's a very special sacred site close as well. And it's very much also connected to the inception point, our true divine birth records. And that's also very much held here along with the divine blueprints. And return to true, what also the Druids stand for a lot is the balance of the masculine and feminine. So this is what's been returned, because when I laid hand on the land here, I could literally feel the masculine and feminine vortices instead of just one or the other, which I feel in other, you know, places. Like here, it's both balanced. And that's what we're fully bringing in. And this is also what we activated with the last group call, if you still want to access this, of anchoring really the mother-father pillars, the aquamarine and emerald pillars, also represented or anchored by the twin flames. Again, bringing together the original pairs, which is literally what ignites the new Earth grid, our true divine blueprints, the new cosmic tree of life, fully activated. All for the power of true divine love. So however this may come about, we leave it wide open. Surprise us. Big ass miracles, supernatural style, are on their way. That's all I can see. All right. Open up wide, call them forth, call them in. All of your rewards, call forth, claim your full and final ascent out of this false matrix simulation. Remember, it's all about thought. So dissolve it from very deep within. Again, my work and activations do help with that. If you'd like to join, thank you so much for all your support. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Any and all donations supporting my work, our mission, so I can keep sharing from the heart these really powerful activations and cosmic updates, because I know they shift a lot in the field and for each one of us. And I always feel the effect. So anyway, thank you so much. So many blessings, and I see you there. Bye, bye, bye.